Back inside the Palace are the Junior B Tier 1 Adanacs, where they have their eyes set on a perfect 5-0 record and catching the Shamrocks at first overall. The Burrards, on the other hand, currently looking at a young building team, but a 9th place team at that, and looking to get their season back on the rails. Welcome into BC Sports TV, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Tino Farah, your host for this evening as we get set for some BC Junior B Tier 1 action. Of course, this home game between the Adanacs and the visiting Burrards. The Adanacs wearing their iconic purple and gold. Maple Ridge wearing the blue and red on the other side of the floor. Starting goaltenders in net tonight for the Adanacs. Number 1, Tristan Lomas. Coming into the night with a .891 save percentage and 4 assists. How about that? Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. His counterpart staring down at him, the other side of the floor, number 30, Grayson Beggs. Of course, the Poco Junior A draft pick. Second-year junior, getting some development here in the Tier 1 league. And we are underway with Coquitlam winning the opening draw. Nathan Leroux wins it to an open man, and he finds Marcelo Manarino fresh off the bench. Manarino with 4 goals so far through 4 games of play for Coquitlam, and they're going to work now, starting off with the lefties. Cross-floor feed. Pass inside to get a tight shot off, and a sharp save early by Beggs. He almost has to make another one there as the second chance opportunity comes for Coquitlam, but they grab the loose ball and a fresh 30, so they're going right back to work here. Here's Manarino into the corner as they go lefty strong on this set. Coming around a screen, getting a shot off, and a left kick save by Beggs. Might have to make another one here, and he does. That one trickles through the crease, but he swallows that one. No rebound to boot. And here comes Maple Ridge. Carter Dowsley having a hard time with this loose ball off the end boards, and that's going to be the 8-second count against Maple Ridge. So still no offense just yet, as Coquitlam's going to get another opportunity here. 4-0 on the season through 4 games of play, just trailing the first place Victoria Shamrocks, who are sitting 5-0 so far. So we'll see how the standings shake up after this one. Maple Ridge 1-1. Just 2 games played so far. There's an outside shot and a goal by Coquitlam. Matthew Benedict buries his first of the night and puts Coquitlam on the board first. The turnover off the attempted clear by Maple Ridge ends up in the back of their own net, and still no offense to show for it so far for Maple Ridge. And they're going to have to play a little bit more defense early here, and often it seems, as here comes Coquitlam once again. Here's Manarino. Sidestepping his defender, finding a man alone on the crease, getting a shot off, and they score again. Back-to-back goals from Coquitlam, as they find a man all in alone on the crease, working his way through and burying on Beggs is Owen Eckert. And just like that, the lead is 2-0. Not even 2 minutes into this game yet. A fast start for the Adanacs. And they're going to look for more here if they can grab the loose ball off the ensuing faceoff. Breaking free of a check is Matthew Naples, the captain for Maple Ridge. Pass on the crease, deflected before he could get through, and they're going to have to go back and play a little more defense now. Here's Naples, pressure along the end boards. But Coquitlam gets this one over center rather quickly, and they're going to go right back to work here. Ashton Clark connects with Alex Tan fresh off the bench. Tan, the return feed once again, uses the screen from Manarino, who stumbles receiving that pass. And Maple Ridge will initiate their transition. There's the long stretch pass connecting with Carl Chenard. He's got a lane to the net if they can find him. They decide against it. Now they connect with him onto the crease. And here's really the first look offensively here for Maple Ridge. Here's Parker Malott. Trying to get underneath. Or rather, that's Keegan Lady, my mistake. 5 seconds to shoot if they can get a man alone in the crease. They tried to connect momentarily with Sawyer Marai, but took a check before he could get free there. Loose ball now in the Maple Ridge defensive end. Battle for it ensues right in front of the penalty boxes, and it gets cleaned up by Coquitlam now with 14 seconds to work with on their shot clock. Getting some fresh legs off the bench now with under 10 to work with, and they will go to work here. Go to the left side. Getting underneath of a check and a shot off. Tried to go 5-hole on Beggs that time, but he turns that one aside. That was Max Velthusen. Long stretch pass intended for Matthew Naples. That one, bit of a suicide pass there. Not a lot he could do about that one, and he's going to head right back to the bench. And here comes Coquitlam once again. Shots early in this one are 6-1 in favor of the Adanacs, as it's been all Coquitlam, and they're going right back to work here. Manarino puts that one off the bar, and a fresh 30 now for Coquitlam. 10 sends it back to Manarino. He'll go to set the screen. Comes over top, flip pass inside to 10. That one out of his reach. Chanton alone on net, and a low save by Beggs. Can he make another one with one hand on his stick? He collects that loose ball calmly, and now he'll look for a target on the breakout. Maple Ridge got to get this one over center quickly. That one out of the reach of the intended target and all the way down the floor. So just nothing going early here for Maple Ridge as it continues to just be all Adanacs. Now trying to get underneath here is Aiden Lalonde. Sizing up his defender, waiting for the screen. Sends a swing pass now over to the lefties. That one too hot to handle. But they do collect the loose ball, and now under 10 to shoot. Here's Tan coming around a screen, a long shot. Beggs got a piece of that one, so there's the reset. And a fresh 30 now for Coquitlam. There's another low shot blocked before it got through. That one stung Dawson McGinnis a little bit. But he's all right. He stays up. Comes Coquitlam again, coming around a screen, looking for a long shot. That one off the bar. So no back over call. And it looks like Coquitlam will retain possession here. Odd man rush now for Coquitlam. Flip pass onto the crease. That one just off the mark. Looking for more, Coquitlam is. Almost drew the interference call. Referee says no call. And here comes Carter Dowsley. Long stretch pass up the floor. And that one eludes Riley McDonald. So a long shift defensively here for Maple Ridge. And it continues. There's a man alone on the crease. That one out of his reach. But Manarino collects the loose ball for Coquitlam. They get the shot off, try to go far side that time. That went off the mark, though. Back up to Manarino. Takes the shot off, and a low save by Beggs again. He's got that 5-hole handled. And we'll see if Maple Ridge can get free of some pressure this time around. They do connect with a man over just in time. We'll see what they can draw up this time around. This time it's Carl Chenard. Loses it into the corner. Parker Malott now trying to clean it up. That one goes behind the net. So again, just one shot on target so far for Maple Ridge. And it came in the opening minute. Nothing since. Break ends up into the stick of Beggs. So it's a long breakout pass, and here comes Maple Ridge 2-on-2. We'll see if they go to the net here. They decide to pull out and slow things down. So they get fresh bodies onto the floor. Swing pass now over to Naples. Looking for a target and finds one far side. Now into the corner, just 7 seconds to shoot. Pass onto the crease for Naples. Gets Maple Ridge's second shot on net, but a sharp save there by Tristan Lomas. Just his second shot that he's had to stop so far, and does it rather calmly, going from right to left. Here comes Coquitlam once again. Swing pass. They like to go east to west here often. Some pretty passing here from the Adanacs. Just 6 to shoot. Long wind-up. Try to go 5-hole again on Beggs. But again, he shuts the door. Full press here from Coquitlam, forcing that long stretch pass from Beggs. Could have been an interference call there against Coquitlam. Referee says no, though, and here they come once again. Pass intended for Ashton Clark. Wasn't quite aware of it, but he had a teammate there to clean it up. They get another shot on net, and Beggs shuts the door again. Here comes Dowsley now, using his speed, getting across center. Flip pass intended for his teammate Brendan Cash, but that one out of his reach, and now Parker Malot's got to stay back and play some defense. Almost picked that one off. He's going to stay a little longer. Swing pass now for Coquitlam before they send the return feed to Manarino. Back now over to the lefties. Return feed to Manarino, just 8 seconds to shoot. Waiting for the screen, getting caught up in some bodies. Pass across. And Ma gets that one just off the target and all the way back down to the Coquitlam end of things. So a free clear here now for Maple Ridge, who are looking to get back into this one. Still just down 2-0 with a lot of game to play here, but you got to get something on target here if you're the Burrards. Here's Naples. Swing pass now over to the righties, now into the corner. Here's Miller-Renault. High pressure along the end boards. Finds a lane now looking for a target. Sends it back up top. There's the shot. That one goes wide. 10 seconds to work with here on the shot clock. Flip pass now down to the corner. They find a lane and get a shot up, but that one gets blocked by Banks before it could get through. And Maple Ridge content, or as content as they could be, with just dumping it into the corner and heading off for a full sail change. Here comes Coquitlam. Once again, trying to work from that righty side. They go righty strong on this set. Now swing pass over to the lefties. Return feed. Trying to go underneath before spinning back now and sending it back over to the lefties. There's a fake shot before they find a man on the crease. And Beggs shuts the door, but it just trickles through. Stepped out of the crease to stop that one from rolling through. But it did find a hole, and the lead for Coquitlam is now 3. Maple Ridge just struggling out of the gate to get anything going here. They were holding Coquitlam at bay for the most part here for a long stretch defensively, but the onslaught continues, and on their 14th shot of the game, Coquitlam makes this a 3-0 game. Here comes Coquitlam now. Fast break, going one-on-one with Malott, getting the shot out, but a 5-hole save once again by Beggs. Coquitlam likes to try to go 5-hole. They have several times here through the opening 10 minutes of the first period. And for the most part, he's been pretty sharp, closing any daylight there. Flip pass now to Naples, getting another shot off. He tried his bid at 5-hole, but Lomas shuts the door again there as he's been perfect on all 3 of the shots that he's had to face so far. Coquitlam right back to work now, 15 seconds to work with. They're going to go lefty strong on this set before they swing it back now into the corner for the righties. Here's Manarino, sidestepping his defender, rolling underneath before stepping back. Getting a shot around a screen. That one blocked and rolled through to Beggs. So he'll start some transition now for Maple Ridge and a relatively easy clear if they can get a handle on this loose ball. They do now. Here's Sawyer Marias. Trying to get away from a defender. Working his way into the corner before sending it all the way up. A little bit of room. They take the shot off and a save off the logo. Second chance opportunity. But Lomas shuts the door there. Maple Ridge's best chance of the game so far. And Coquitlam puts it up and out of play, so they're going to get another opportunity here now. Here's Marias once again, waiting for the screen, sending it far side now. Return feed to the lefties, getting underneath. No call there on a possible trip. They get the shot off, and Lomas makes another save, possibly his sharpest one of the night so far, having to step out to his right. Chance now for Coquitlam, trying to go over the left shoulder of Beggs. But he gets a piece of that one. And all of a sudden, Maple Ridge has come alive. Matthew Naples now slowing things down, fresh off the bench. Sends it now far side, as it looks like Coquitlam running a little bit of a zone here, or a zone man-on-man hybrid. Physicality picking up here. Hard screen there by Naples. Again, no call. Coquitlam got a man on the floor. They say no call, as the shot clock must have just gone. According to the near side official, at least, that would have been Maple Ridge's first opportunity to get one up on the scoreboard, but it gets washed away by the official, and they're back to the defensive side of things. A little bit of friendly fire there for Coquitlam, and here comes Carter Dowsley cleaning up the loose ball. He's off to the races. We'll see if he goes to the net. He does. He gets the shot off and puts it just wide. He's got it once again now, slowing things down. Still lots of time to work with here on the shot clock, and they're going right back to work. That shot saved by Lomas. Fresh 30 now for Maple Ridge. Wide shot from way downtown, and they get their first of the game. Ewan Patrick from way outside buries one past Lomas that he might want to have back. But either way, Maple Ridge is on the board, and we have ourselves a 3-1 game with 7:17 remaining in the opening period. Here comes Coquitlam now off the ensuing faceoff. Manarino, one of the quarterbacks here on this Coquitlam offense, as the ball runs through him often here. He rolls his way to the middle off ball, but they get another opportunity to go one-on-one with Beggs, and he saves that one with his left leg, ends up all the way back at center. No, they'll say it must have gone wide because Coquitlam gets called for back over here. They got the reset, but they also get called for back over. Curious one, but either way, nice break here for Maple Ridge, and here they go back to work offensively. Trying to build some momentum here after scoring their first of the game. Here's Naples now waiting for a screen. Doesn't come, but he gets pressured along the end wall there. Flip pass all the way over to Parker Malott. Malott sends it back now over to the lefties. Return feed to Malott with some room. He takes a shot over top of a defender. Lomas shuts the door there. Going low to swallow that loose ball, and a long stretch pass up for Coquitlam. Here they go. They get a shot on net again, trying to go 5-hole, but Beggs shuts the door there. That time it was Jordan Reed trying to test Beggs here. Dowsley stripped of the ball. They go one-on-one again, but Dowsley with the sharp stick check there on the back pressure. Maple Ridge might still be stuck here on defense as the battle for the loose ball ensues in the corner. But there's the 10-second call. Despite the effort by Ewan Patrick, the goal scorer, back playing some defense there. Good effort to come up with the loose ball, but my mistake, the 8-second call, rather. There's a shoulder save by Beggs once again. Loose ball ends up into the corner, and Patrick cleans this one up. Quickly over center comes Maple Ridge. Aiden McKay slowing things down now, waiting for some offensive reinforcements. He finds one. And Caden McIntosh sidestepping the crease a little bit. Gets away from a check. Flip pass now far side. They got a man to the middle. They decide against it. Just a couple seconds to shoot now. Got to get something on net. Look at this defense from Coquitlam, though. Just keeping everybody from Maple Ridge to the outside. Very impressive. But here comes Coquitlam now slowing things down. 14 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Shot differential is 21-9 right now for Coquitlam. And they look hungry as ever. Manarino sends it far side. Just 4 seconds to shoot. They do get it off again, trying to go 5-hole on Beggs, who shuts the door. Fresh 30 for Coquitlam if they can clean this up. They do, with the pressure from Dowsley coming up top. But they do get away from that pressure, and here comes Manarino now trying to go underneath. Strong defense there from Maple Ridge. Hard screen. Manarino gets the shot off, went far side post and out. Ball ends up all the way down to the stick of Tristan Lomas, who very calmly connects with one Max Velthuzin. who dishes in, heads his way down to the middle. Return feed off the mark, bounces right through to the middle and cleaned up by Maple Ridge. It's not trying to go through, but a big check from Coquitlam as the bodies go flying, but here they come once again. Maple Ridge getting a shot off and a left arm save by Lomas. A couple of Burrards run into each other after a smooth spin move there by Nick Lindvik. He'll head off to the bench for a well-deserved break, and here comes Coquitlam once again. 3:20 remaining in the opening period as the Coquitlam offense goes back to work. Once again, Manarino sends it far side now to the lefties. Time and space and a low save by Beggs, who grabs the loose ball. Can certainly initiate that breakout on a rope. So we've seen some strong stretch passes coming from the stick of one Grayson Beggs. Carter Dowsley now trying to use his wheels to get away from some pressure. He does. He connects this time around with Sawyer Murray. And here comes Maple Ridge now. Return feed to Murray, tries to send it into the corner. That went off the mark. That was Carter Smith, a little too hot to handle for him. He's going to apply a little bit of pressure here. Does. But the stretch pass for Coquitlam turns into a fast break opportunity. They get the shot off, and Beggs shuts the door again. Up and out of play, so a fresh 30 coming here for Coquitlam as they slowly get some reinforcements off the bench. The trail man is Manarino, backpedaling to some room. He'll head to the middle and cause some chaos. Return feed far side now to the lefties for Coquitlam. There's an outside shot. Beggs got a piece of that one. And it goes all the way back over center. Delayed call now coming up against Maple Ridge. So we're going to see our first man advantage of the night in favor of Coquitlam. Manarino slowing things down. Coquitlam decides to go 6-on-5 here with Lomas heading to the bench. They have a man go through to the middle, and there's a kick save by Beggs, sending it up and out of play. So Coquitlam will now get the first man advantage of the night, and a penalty gives us our first opportunity to tell you about one of our sponsors here on the broadcast. Stand out from the crowd with Associated Labels and Packaging. Our innovative packaging solutions will showcase your brand in the best possible light. Contact us today, and let's elevate your product to the next level. Thank you, Associated Labels and Packaging. So back to work now offensively, this time on the power play. Coquitlam's power play coming in at 31% on the season so far. Good enough for 6th in the league. They get their first shot off. Beggs makes the save. Second chance opportunity goes wide. Maple Ridge's penalty kill so far, 40%. Good enough for 9th in the league right now. So certainly hoping to improve that percentage. That one gets blocked. But they get another opportunity now. Some pretty passing here from Coquitlam, working it around the outside, and Manarino buries on Beggs for their 4th goal of the game. Marcelo Manarino, his 1st of the game, his 5th of the season. On the power play, winds and fires, putting it low on Beggs. And the lead is now 4-1 with under a minute to play here in the opening period. Their 29th shot on goal so far. They get another bid on net, diving through the crease that time. We'll see if they get another chance as they battle for the loose ball in the corner. Battle continues. That's Brendan Cash in there for Maple Ridge, but Coquitlam does come up with it. And they will call their timeout. Just incredible. A 3-1 margin here in terms of the difference in shots in favor of Coquitlam. 30 shots to 10 for Maple Ridge. On pace for a 60-shot night for Coquitlam. Busy night for Grayson Beggs if this keeps up, and an easier night for Tristan Lomas if this script does continue. But we'll see what the Adanacs decide to draw up here with one final opportunity. I'm sure they'll hang on for one shot here. My mistake, it is Marcello Manarino. Thank you for that correction. Got to get that Italian pronunciation going here on the broadcast. So 22.8 seconds to go here as the defensive unit for Maple Ridge works its way back onto the floor. As does the Adanacs offensive unit. Speaking of Marcello, it does seem like he's going to be the quarterback here once again, starting off with the ball. And Coquitlam will run 6-on-5. Manarino slowing things down, taking his time into the offensive zone, takes a look at the clock. As typically they wait for that 7 or 8 second mark before they initiate. They do go at 9, and Manarino sets the screen. Goes to the net, gets his shot on net, and a low save by Beggs. One final one to end off the period, and we'll head into the first intermission. Coquitlam hanging on to a 4-1 lead. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for second period action on BC Sports TV. Welcome back inside the Palace on Poirier, ladies and gentlemen, as we are just about underway. Just about to get underway here in the second period. This matchup in the BC Junior B Tier 1 League between the 4-0 Coquitlam Adanacs and the 1-1 Maple Ridge Burrards. After 20 minutes of play, Coquitlam dominating this game and holding on to a 4-1 lead, outshooting Maple Ridge 31-10 through just 20 minutes of play. Unbelievable. Tanner Beggs certainly, or sorry, Grayson Beggs, my mistake, certainly the busier of the two goaltenders in this game, stopping 27 of 31 shots. Tristan Lomas on the other side of the floor for Coquitlam, almost perfect, stopping 9 of 10 Maple Ridge shots. So we are underway, a clean face-off win for Maple Ridge, and we'll see if they go right to the cage. That pass off the mark. Turnover, and Coquitlam's got a man up if they can get their hands free. They decide to slow things down but get things over center with pace. So fresh legs off the bench. As Coquitlam now going left to right here. Physicality picking up here. Certainly there's a pass onto the crease. They get a shot off. That one goes wide and into the corner. Loose ball ends up almost in front of the Coquitlam bench. Just a few seconds to shoot. They get one off. And after that Beggs save, a fresh 30 now for Coquitlam. Manarino sends it far side into the stick of a lefty. Return feed there from Matthew Benedict. That one off the mark. Here they go once again, starting off with the righties. Manarino maybe just checked on things a little bit too much and lost the ball there. That shot goes off of the stick of Beggs and back into a Coquitlam stick. So they're right back to work offensively here with a man in front alone. A hit right in front of the Maple Ridge crease, caught a defender off guard, and he's slow to get up. That's Riley McDonald. Gets up limping a little bit, just took some contact that he wasn't quite expecting. Good to see he gets up under his own power at least, but he is on the limp, so he'll get some attention. But it is Maple Ridge ball here, starting off all the way down in the stick of Grayson Beggs. So he'll get things going for Maple Ridge here. He connects right away with one Caden McIntosh, my mistake. He's got it up top once again, slowing things down. He's got Naples on his side. He'll wait for the pick. Used it, now going underneath and getting a shot off, tried to go far side. But that one goes wide and back over center. Race for the ball. And fresh 30 now for Coquitlam. Sidestepping a check up top is Owen Eckert. He had a goal in that opening period for Coquitlam. Sends it over to Manarino with the wide shot. That one goes off the official. Shaking his head there. Hopefully he's all right. Manarino again. Before sending it over to the lefties. There's Eckert with the shot off, and stopping that between his right arm and his body is Beggs. So he'll start the transition here for Maple Ridge. Brendan Cash getting some pressure, but he finds an open man and heads off to the bench. 15 seconds to work with here on this shot clock for Maple Ridge. They got a man up top on his wrong side, gets a heavy shot off on Lomas. That's his first save of the period. That was from the stick of Ewan Patrick. The goal scorer for Maple Ridge. That one picked off by Carter Dowsley, and he's off to the races up at center. Trying to break free of some pressure. Sends a flip pass, a soft one, though, towards the Maple Ridge bench. Head coach Mackenzie Rope not going to like that one. Has an offensive opportunity negated early. Parker Malott back out playing some defense after a short offensive trip. There's a shot on net trying to go far side that time, but it goes wide. And we will get another power play coming up here for Coquitlam. As it looks like Parker Malott's going to sit. for 2 or less, and that gives us another opportunity to get one of our sponsors out of the way here. Get the job done with Levitt Machinery. From forklifts to aerial lifts, we've got the equipment you need to tackle any project. Contact us today, and let's get to work. Thank you, Levitt Machinery. So the Coquitlam power play, 1 for 1 on the night so far, as they scored earlier in the first period. And we'll see what they can drop this time. Here's Manarino alone in front, gets the shot off, and a kick save by Beggs. Big rebound and cleaned up by Coquitlam. So fresh 30, and their power play goes right back to work. Manarino running point here. Sends it over to Eckert, now into the corner. Here comes their motion. Manarino setting some room for Eckert, who puts that one off the iron. Beggs calmly grabs that loose ball, and he'll just send this one all the way down the floor. Got to be some frustration here from Grayson Beggs, getting peppered in this game. Here's Eckert again, pass onto the crease, gets a shot off, and a save by Beggs. Trying to grab his own rebound. That time was Nathaniel LaRue, rather. But stepping in the crease that time, says the official. LaRue with 3 goals and 3 assists on the season so far through 4 games. And almost had another one there. Here comes Coquitlam with numbers, but they decide to slow things down and get the power play back onto the floor. 35 seconds to work with, still on the man advantage as they slowly make their way into the offensive zone. They're going to go to the lefties first now. Return feed deflected by a defender. And that is Ewan Patrick trying to stretch the floor a little bit, but Coquitlam grabs the loose ball behind the net. Pass onto the crease. Here's Manarino getting a shot off. And Beggs shuts the door once again. Here's Dowsley, finds a man up top. It's Ewan Patrick sizing up his defender. He'll spin away from a check. And that'll do it for the man advantage here. As Coquitlam now 1 for 2 on the power play. And Maple Ridge with an offensive opportunity. Naples with the heavy shot from the outside. That was saved by Lomas. And then up and out of play. So a fresh 30 now for Maple Ridge. We'll see what they can draw up offensively here, as we haven't seen too many long stretches of offensive play. They get a pick and roll. Textbook works, and there's another shot on net and a goal for Maple Ridge. Caden McIntosh gets into the action. The call-up buries from in tight on the crease and gets one back for Maple Ridge. 4-2 now, Coquitlam leads on Maple Ridge's 14th shot of the game. Ensuing face-off, the clamp won by Coquitlam. Could have been an interference call there, but the referee decides against it, and we'll see if Maple Ridge can get a little momentum back on their side. A tough giveaway, though, as here comes Coquitlam trying to answer right back, but Beggs shuts the door. And that loose ball ends up all the way back down into the Coquitlam end of the floor. Lomas sends a long stretch pass right into the stick of Max Velthusen. Now over to Manarino. Return feed. As Coquitlam working things around from the outside. Eckert sends it now into the middle for Manarino. Gets a shot off. Beggs makes the save, and another save on the second chance opportunity. Can Maple Ridge clean up the loose ball? They do grab it, but there's some pressure from Coquitlam on their forecheck, and they end up causing a turnover and getting a fresh 30 themselves. Some heavy pressure from the Adanacs. So tough to get through. And here they come once again looking for more. There's a shot from the outside by Manarino, and he scores, restoring the 3-goal advantage for Coquitlam. Their 43rd shot of the game already, just about 8 minutes into the second period. And Manarino gets his second of the game. Such a heavy shot from the outside, especially for a smaller guy out there as well, but certainly doesn't play small. As I've mentioned earlier in this broadcast, one of the quarterbacks and heavy contributors here for this Coquitlam offense, and I'm sure he'll be right back out there momentarily. As off the turnover, Coquitlam grabs the loose ball once again, and they go back to work. Lots of east to west passing here coming from the Adanacs. They get a shot off there. Beggs kicks that one aside. And the rebound ends up all the way back into the Coquitlam end of the floor. Lomas grabs the loose ball off the end boards and connects with Velthusen. Sends it into the corner. Now far side for the righties. Pick and roll almost works. There's the double team from Maple Ridge, though. But that is going to be a penalty against Ridge. Brendan Cash looks like going to sit for 2 or less. Maybe getting a little overzealous there on the physical side of things. Looking for a place to unwind and enjoy quality craft beer? Look no further than Brave Brewing in Port Moody. With our inviting atmosphere, delicious food, and wide selection of brews, we are your go-to destination for a great time. Come visit us today. Let's raise a glass to good company. Thank you, Brave Brewing. So back to the power play now. Their third man advantage of the night. 1 for 2 so far, Coquitlam is. There's a shot from the outside and an early tally, making the lead 6-2. How about that for quick work on the power play from Coquitlam? This time it's Aiden Lalonde cashing in. Again, time and space is a dangerous thing, especially for some of these sharp shooters. And now 2 quick goals for Coquitlam as they improve to 2 for 3 on the man advantage. Coquitlam wins the ensuing faceoff, and they're hungry for more. Velthusen sends it far side. There's Manarino now back on the floor with some fresh legs, sizing up his defender, coming around a screen, looking for a target, finds one, getting a shot off, and they score. What a play from Coquitlam. Manarino connecting with the target right through the middle. As it is Nathaniel LaRue getting his 4th of the season, 1st of the game. Just some textbook pick and roll there, making a lot of coaches happy on that offensive set for Coquitlam. And the onslaught continues. The lead is now 7-2, and they go right back to the net here. They get a shot off, but Beggs stops that one. Pressure from Coquitlam. This is Velthusen causing a turnover there on the 8-second count. So once again, here comes Coquitlam with lots of time to work with. 11 minutes remaining in this second period. That saw Maple Ridge get one back and get back within 2 momentarily, but it's just been all Coquitlam otherwise. Here's Owen Eckert spinning away from a check, sending it far side. Return feed now to Velthusen Velthusen, my mistake. Ball ends up in front of the Coquitlam bench. Now 14 seconds to work with on the shot clock. They'll go lefty strong on this set. Here's Velthusen once again before connecting with Owen Eckert. Driving now one-on-one with Beggs the bouncer. That one bounces too early and goes out of play. So we'll see if there's some more pressure here from Coquitlam. Yes, there will be. So Maple Ridge certainly going to have to work to get this out. And the stretch pass ends up in the stick of Ewan Patrick. Again, he got the goal scoring started for Maple Ridge earlier in the first period, but just not a lot since then for this Burrards team. Here's Miller Renault. Pass through the middle to Patrick, and a sharp save there by Lomas. Certainly his sharpest of the night so far. Renault grabs the loose ball on his wrong side of the floor, sends it up top now. Over to Patrick. He's got Renault on the corner, and he scores either way. Ewan Patrick, his second tally of the night, just through a screen, winds and fires, finds a hole on Tristan Lomas, and Maple Ridge gets one back. Their 16th shot of the game. Maybe injecting a little bit of life into this Burrards lineup. Time will tell here. The ensuing faceoff ends up into the Coquitlam end. Parker Millot applying a little bit of pressure. He's got the help of Carter Dowsley, former teammates in their minor lacrosse days. A couple of first-year juniors back out on the floor together. There's a shot from the outside. Fresh off the bench is Aiden Lalonde, and he gets his second of the period. There's your answer right back from the Adanacs. As a defender just too late sliding over. And as we've seen already in this game, Aiden Lalonde with a big shot from the outside, and if no defender is going to get close enough to him, he will make you pay. Low shot just past the right leg of Grayson Beggs. Turns out to be Coquitlam's 8th goal of the game. Already on the hunt for their 50th shot of the game. Brad Challoner once told me that if a team gets 50 shots in a game, generally speaking, they're doing something right. How about if you get 50 shots before the end of the second period? After a save from Beggs, he's looking for a target. That one out of the reach of the intended target. It was Keegan Lady. Just over his head, and he'll head off for a change. Tough change, though, for Maple Ridge as Coquitlam cashes in a second period hat trick from Aiden Lalonde. A bad change from the Burrards quickly goes the other way into a 3-on-2 for Coquitlam. And just like that, they now have their 51st shot of the game. And on top of that, their 9th goal here, still with 8.5 to play in the second period. Maple Ridge just with no answers for this well-built Coquitlam team. If they're going to start to mount any kind of comeback, it's got to start pretty quick here. As there's Ewan Patrick back out on the floor after scoring Maple Ridge's 3rd of the game. He's got 2 on the night so far. Miller Renault now pressure behind the net, and he loses the ball. Pass goes all the way down the floor into the stick of Grayson Beggs, who calmly connects with Patrick, looking for a target off the bench. He does find one. And here comes the offense of Maple Ridge once again. There's the quick stick opportunity from Ewan Patrick, looking for his 3rd. That one saved calmly by Tristan Lomas. High pressure from Maple Ridge, causing a little bit of chaos from Coquitlam, but they do slow things down thanks to Owen Eckert. Looking for a man off a screen. It is Manarino, puts that one wide coming around. And the back over call benefits Maple Ridge as it ends up right in front of their bench. Caden McIntosh, the other goal scorer here for Maple Ridge, trying to spin around a defender. There's the pressure and the flip pass intended for Sawyer Marias. That one out of his reach, and it turns into a breakaway here for Coquitlam. They take the shot, and a big save from Beggs. That was Jordan Reed stretching the floor in transition, grabs his own loose ball as well. And Coquitlam goes right back to work. Matthew Benedict now finds a man in Velthusen. Back to Benedict. Marcello Manarino looking for a target. He does find one. Here's Velthusen once again. Just 5 seconds to work with. Some more passing from Coquitlam. What a play. Tic-tac-toe. How about that one from the Adanacs as they go up, down, side to side, and they find a man in alone on the crease. It is Matthew Benedict getting his 2nd of the game. Again, the recipient of some pretty passing here from the Tier 1 Adanacs. So the lead is now 10-3 with 6:40 to play here in the second period. Just a dominating effort from Coquitlam. Naples making his way onto the crease, stepping over the line though, and ends up as a turnover here against Maple Ridge. Naples wearing the C for this Tier 1 Burrards squad. But just in general here, the offense of Maple Ridge hasn't even really had that much floor time, really. Coquitlam so good on the forecheck. Here's Eckert now sidestepping a man, drawing a penalty while he's at it. And Coquitlam going to go right back to the power play after scoring their second power play marker earlier in the game. So it gives us an opportunity here to tell you about another sponsor, Power Hardscapes and Structures. Build with strength and stability thanks to Power Shot Creek Shoring. Our team of experts in cutting-edge technology ensure the highest quality results. Contact us today. Let's make your project a success. So there's a save from Beggs. First one of the power play from Coquitlam, and there's a turnover against Maple Ridge once again. Here comes Coquitlam quickly over center. Slowing things down. The top of the arc there momentarily is Alex Tan. Tan with 7 goals on the season so far through 4 games. There's a twister and then around a screen. What a fake there. That time from Darian Murray, showing off his hands on the power play. Now showing off his muscle too as he's making some room there for Max Velthusen, who wrung that one off the iron. Loose ball ends up way in the air, cleaned up by a Maple Ridge defender. But the pass ends up in the Burrards bench. So right back to the penalty kill defensively is Maple Ridge. Manarino back to the point here. Playing pass with the right side of the floor. There's the screen and the shot through the screen from Manarino. And there's his hat trick. His third of the game makes the lead 11-3. They don't even have to use the low crease guys there on the power play, as they only use the top 3 players. Just passing back and forth, waiting for the screen, and then shooting around that screen is Marcello Manarino. As he came into this game with 4 goals on the season so far, he's now up to 7. Here comes Coquitlam right away off the ensuing faceoff. Now trying to drive through, and an arm save from Beggs. Certainly doing his part to try to keep his team as close as possible here. But we are getting into blowout territory, to say the least. McIntosh working his way down to the corner now, up over top, spinning away from a defender, sends it over to Patrick. Waiting for the screen, gets pressured way up high. One hand on his stick, sends it over to Sawyer Marias. Flip pass, and there's a big collision up top. Big hit from Max Velthusen. Sends the call up, Caden McIntosh sprawling to the floor, and ends up as a turnover against Maple Ridge. Just under 4 to play here in the second period. Coquitlam now approaching 60 shots on net. There's another one from the outside, a left shoulder save up and out of play from Grayson Beggs. Manarino comes around a screen, again shooting low on Beggs. Shuts the door that time as that one got stuck in his right leg pad. And here comes Maple Ridge quickly over center. Naples gets the shot off, fresh off the bench. Another opportunity that time for Miller Renault. Both opportunities stopped by Lomas. Good job there by Naples to grab the loose ball behind the net. As Maple Ridge just getting the offensive players onto the floor now. Here's Curtis Smith sending it far side. Flip pass intended for Smith. That one just off the mark there. Naples grabs the loose ball with just 6 seconds to work with here on the shot clock. Pressured behind the net, loses the ball. Smith grabs it here looking for a reset, but that shot came from behind the goal line, so no reset there. And here comes Coquitlam with speed over center. They'll slow things down. Under 3 to play now in the second period. Here's Darian Murray looking for a target. Finds Manarino fresh off the bench. Connects with Velthusen. And they'll play pass back and forth now. There's a long shot right into the logo of Beggs. But an interference call goes against Maple Ridge, and it's going to be a fresh 30 now for Coquitlam. Working around the outside. Here's Velthusen now into the corner. There's a shot from the outside coming around the screen. That time was Darian Murray, still looking for his first of the night. And a fresh 30 now off the turnover in favor of Coquitlam. Velthusen content with slowing things down, getting some reinforcements off the bench. But an interference call that time against Coquitlam. Lucky break there for Maple Ridge, and they'll get a free clear here. Thanks to Dowsley connecting with Parker, or my mistake, Patrick. Here's Parker Malott, pass a little too hot to handle, bobbles it in the corner, and there's the pressure. Does find the loose ball, and he connects with the man up top. There's the long shot blocked by a defender. That one goes high off the glass, but not out of play. Good effort there from Coquitlam to grab that one. They get a fast break opportunity. Manarino just can't get the handle on the ball. He was all in alone on Beggs if he could grab that one. But it just rolled out of his stick. And now just about a minute to play here in the second period. Maple Ridge just trying to get out of this period as quick as possible here. But some more passing there from Coquitlam. Almost connected with Owen Eckert through the middle. But took a heavy check, and Maple Ridge grabs the loose ball. Quickly over center, now into the stick of Keegan Lady. Trying to sidestep his defender. There's the triple team. Nice slide there from Coquitlam. Flip pass from Smith. Almost connects with Miller Renault. That one just out of his reach. And here comes Coquitlam with a man up front if they hurry. Pretty content with their lead and the clock right now, so they'll decide to slow things down. Maybe hold now for the last shot. Matthew Benedict looking for his third goal of the game. Getting pressured way up high from Smith. Now here's Marcello Manarino back far side. This is Velthusen. Here's Manarino trying to go underneath with the shot over top of a defender. And one last one for Grayson Beggs to shut down the second period. The score is 11-3 in favor of Coquitlam. The shots are 64-18 also in favor of Coquitlam. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for the third and final period on BC Sports TV. All right, back inside the Palace on Poirier, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about 20 seconds away from back to the action in this BC Junior B Tier 1 game between the Maple Ridge Burrards and the hometown Coquitlam Adanacs. Coquitlam putting the beating down on Maple Ridge right now, leading this one 11-3, outshooting them 64-18 as well. And we do have a goaltender change for Maple Ridge. Stepping in relief of Grayson Beggs, who stopped 53 of 64 through 2 periods. In comes Aaron Price to take away some of the pressure. And he's going to have to make an early save here, and he can't get that one done as Coquitlam scores on their first shot of the period. Wow. Quick work there as going in all alone on Aaron Price is Nathan Ma getting his first of the game. And very quickly, Aaron Price sort of thrown to the wolves there. Coquitlam grabs the loose ball off the ensuing faceoff, has to get through a little bit of pressure. And they do rather easily, connecting with Nathaniel LaRue. He's got a shot from the outside, and there's the first save of the night from Aaron Price. Looking confident, shutting down the 5-hole that time. Maple Ridge now got to get this over. They do just in time with about 1 second to spare. Nice hands there that time by Carter Smith to get this over center. He's going to stay and play some offense now as Maple Ridge are going to go back to work. There's a shot from the outside. 5-hole save that time by Tristan Lomas. That was Ewan Patrick looking for his third of the game now for Maple Ridge. But here comes Coquitlam again, and a sharp save that time by Price. Loose ball ends up in the corner, but either way, Coquitlam player ran through the crease. So a free clear here at center for Maple Ridge. Riley McDonald connects now with Carl Chenard. Uses the two-man game here. He's got a man on the crease, almost connecting there. That was Sawyer Marias. But he's got the loose ball, and he connects with a man up top. Maple Ridge going righty strong on this set. But Coquitlam causes the turnover, and they go quickly the other way. Backhanded pass at center. Good job to handle that one was Ashton Clark, having to take that one off of his chest. Big collision here up at center, but ends up back in the stick of a Coquitlam player, and they're going the other way with numbers if they hurry. No, they'll slow down and get some more offensive players onto the floor here. Shot and a block that time right off the helmet from Carter Smith. That one ripped his cage off. He's going to sit for a couple of minutes here and make sure his helmet's all right and his brain's okay. There's a shot over top by Manarino, and he scores on Aaron Price. So 13th goal of the game here and 4th of the night for one Marcello Manarino. I mentioned it before in the second period there. He came into this game with 4 goals on the season. He's now doubled up here in one game. He's up to 8 now. Putting up to 11 points on the year. Impressive stuff tonight from Marcello Manarino. And on Coquitlam's 68th shot of the game. I keep mentioning the shot totals because it's just ridiculous that this team has been able to get almost 70 shots now. And we've just started the third period. Just wild stuff, and they're going to look for more here offensively as Nathan Ma works his way into, or rather that's Alex Tan, my mistake, into the offensive zone. He sends it far side to the lefties. Tan's got it once again. Swing pass back now over to the lefties. Return feed to Tan, 5 to shoot, comes around a screen, takes the shot, and stepping to his left to shut the door there was Price. Sharp save there and no rebound to boot. So fast transition here for Maple Ridge. Looking for a target to get things going that time. That was Owen Johnson. Just looking a little bit lost on the offensive side of the floor. But they do get their reinforcements. See if they can make something happen here after a couple of bobbled passes. Just 6 seconds to shoot. There's a early bouncer, but that did go off of Lomas and out of play, the official will say. So fresh 30 now for Maple Ridge. Even the players thought that bounced early and went out of play. But either way, lucky break there, and they're going to go back to work offensively. Here's Miller Renault in the corner. Looking for a target. He does find one all the way up at the top. That was Caden McIntosh. He's got a goal here for Maple Ridge. That pass eludes the intended target of Keegan Lady and all the way back down the floor. So nothing to show for that lucky break offensively for Maple Ridge, and they're going to have to play a little bit of defense here against this lethal offense of the Adanacs. Pick and roll. They got a man through the middle. That pass just too hot to handle, and ball ends up momentarily into the stick of Brendan Cash. He's got it once again, now looking for a target up near their bench. And that one caught a defender sleeping. So here comes Coquitlam once again with a fresh 30. Manarino slowly into the offensive zone. Connects with Aiden Lalonde. He's got 3 goals in this game as well. A couple of members here of the hat trick committee. Alex Tan bobbled that one. Throws a heavy hit in the corner. And we do have a delayed call coming up. And it will be against Coquitlam. So now our opportunity to see Maple Ridge's power play, our first time to see that tonight, and we'll see what they can draw up. And that gives us an opportunity to thank one of our sponsors here. For all your tube bending needs, trust Reliable Tube. Our experienced team and state-of-the-art equipment ensure precision and quality in every bend. Contact us today and let's get started. Thank you, Reliable Tube. So the Maple Ridge power play on the season so far, they're sitting in second at 40%. So they have had some success on the man advantage. Here's Parker Malott now. Triggerman sends it far side, almost connected with him once again. They do grab the loose ball momentarily, but they bobble it one too many times. Oh, they got the turnover there, and that shot goes off of the head of Lomas and out of play. So fresh 30 now for the power play unit of the Burrards. They'll work things around the outside, waiting for their motion to initiate. Here's Malott, back to Marias. Now into the corner. Malott's on the crease if they can connect with him. They can't. But a missed opportunity to clear there from Coquitlam turns into Maple Ridge possession. There's a heavy shot saved easily from Lomas right into the logo. That's his 17th save of the night. And here comes Coquitlam the other way, short-handed. That one just went over top of the shoulder and crossbar of Aaron Price. So 50 seconds remaining now on the man advantage to Maple Ridge. If they can collect the loose ball, Matthew Naples does up at center, and he'll work his way now into the offensive zone. Trailer works his way onto the floor here for Maple Ridge. Naples running shooter. Works his way through the middle, and a sliding save there by Lomas. Shuts the door. Long stretch pass, and they do connect, and alone short-handed again, and they score. Jordan Reed, short-handed on the breakaway, gets Coquitlam their 14th goal of the game. Jordan Reed has had a handful of transition opportunities in this game. It was just a matter of time before he was able to bury one. And, oh my goodness, their 70th shot of the game comes from Jordan Reed, his first of the night. Just makes this lead. I mean, if it didn't already seem like it was too much, what does it feel like now? Either way, 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Maple Ridge is. Or no, they took the penalty off the board, but there still is a little bit of time left, I guess. They'll still go 4-on-5 here this set, Coquitlam will. As Aiden Lalonde now standing, set to go back onto the floor here to get us back to 5-on-5. And we are back to full strength. 3 seconds to shoot. Fresh out of the box. He gets a shot off, and Price shuts the door there. There's the count against the Burrards. Aaron Price bobbled that one and was unable to get it out of his crease, let alone out of their own defensive end. So a turnover turns into another offensive opportunity here for Coquitlam. There's a rip from the outside, that one coming from Alex Tan. A right arm save there by Price, and here comes Carter Dowsley going quickly the other way. Connects with a man up at center. That was Dayton Tevet. That one out of his stick, though, and here comes Coquitlam once again. As you can see, just frustration in the body language here from Maple Ridge. Swing pass there over to the righties. As Coquitlam goes lefty strong in this set. They do connect with the lefties here. Just 5 seconds to shoot. They come around a screen and get a shot off. That was Max Velthusen. But shutting the door is Price. Maple Ridge will slow things down. That shot deflected off a defender, up and out of play, coming from the stick this time, Caden McIntosh, the call-up tonight for Maple Ridge. And he's been one of their better players, to be completely honest. Cashing in one of their goals. There's a heavy shot from the outside from Naples. Try to go 5-hole on Lomas. There's a flip pass, connects with Malott. Fresh 30 here for Maple Ridge. Here's McIntosh again, looking for some room. Flip pass up top to Marias. Ends up in the stick of Ewan Patrick. And that one goes up and out of play. So Coquitlam possession, and they break free of that pressure rather easily. Jaden Toomer finds Nathaniel Leroux. And he'll work his way through the middle. The bouncer goes low that time on Price. And Coquitlam cashes in again. 15-3 the lead now is, with 11:04 to go in the third period. And I got to imagine here, these Maple Ridge players and these Maple Ridge coaching staff just want to get out of this building as quickly as possible here. You just look at the body language difference between the two benches. Maple Ridge looking so defeated. Coquitlam, I mean, they had almost their entire bench turned around looking at their coach. Looks like they were drawing up their next play. No mercy rule here, and Coquitlam continues to hunt. Here's Manarino behind the net. One hand on his stick, spins away from a check. 5 to shoot. Flip pass all the way up top to Velthusen. That one goes low, but Price shuts the door there. A little less pressure now from Coquitlam as Maple Ridge having an easier time getting over center. Lucky break there as that pass deflected back into the stick of Carl Chenard. Now Patrick tries to get underneath of a check. Heavy pressure as he gets crashed into the end boards there. Throws a bouncer into the corner. There's a shot through a screen. That one bounces early again, though, and Lomas doesn't even have to make a save there. It just goes up and out of play. Miller Renault out, playing defense now. Started the game playing some O for the Burrards, but he's going out the back door, it looks like here. Looking to use his wide frame and assert himself defensively. He steps up on a Adanac here, but they get a shot on net, and they score. This time it was Owen Eckert showing off his hands alone on Price. just getting this defensive unit turned around. And Owen Eckert gets his second of the night, his fourth on the year. Utter domination from Coquitlam. What else can you say right now? Ensuing face-off goes the way of the Adanacs. Go right back to work here offensively. Swinging that ball nonstop side to side. You just look at the difference between these two teams in that factor alone. In the way that Coquitlam is just having their way with the intention of their ball movement. Going side to side at will here, making this defense turn and even question their positioning on almost every offensive set. Ball ends up in the corner, now 10 to shoot. Coming around a screen and getting a shot off. That one goes wide, though, from Aiden Lalonde. And goes back over. So maybe that's the free clear here that Maple Ridge needs to, I don't know, get something going here. Naples going to start off the possession in the corner. Sends it far side over to Smith. That one almost ends up in the Coquitlam bench. But Carter Smith slows it down, cuts through the middle, almost connected there with Malott. But it turns into a breakaway here now for Coquitlam. Lucas Elliott with some pressure on his back, spins away from a check and gets a shot off. Low save there by Price. As that was a good back check there by Carl Chenard. Certainly not giving up on the play here in a situation where a lot of guys would. Comes Maple Ridge once again. Patrick looking for a shot lane, spins back and finds Naples. Spins away from a check. He loses his stick in the process, and here comes Coquitlam once again on a partial break. They'll slow things down, though. That's Jordan Reed. He had a goal earlier in this third period, but he'll hand it into the hands of the offense and head off for a change. Here's Lalonde now. Sends it far side. Wants the ball back, and he gets it. Deflected, though, by Dowsley. There's a pass onto the crease now and a wide open net if they could get it over top of Price. But just ran out of room, and now here comes Maple Ridge. They'll slow things down. Riley McDonald looking for a target. They do find one in Parker Malott, who connects with Carter Dowsley in the corner. Now Miller Renault sends it far side. Swing pass now back over. There's a shot and a save by Lomas, who hasn't had to be too sharp here in this period, but that was certainly one of his better saves so far, and he sends his team going the other way now offensively. Manarino sends it into the corner. They got Owen Eckert cutting through the middle. If they can get him free, they can't, but they do get a shot off, that time coming from the stick of Matthew Benedict, also looking for his hat-trick goal. Calm pass up the floor in transition from Carter Smith. And now here's Parker Malott. Sends it cross floor over to Naples, has to take that off the bounce. Malott gets it once again, and he sets the hard screen for a teammate. That pass just eluded Matthew Naples, ends up in the end boards here. And there's the shot clock violation against Maple Ridge with 5:50 remaining in this third period. Long pass up the floor, connects with Jaden Toomer. Getting pressured up top, but gets away from that pretty easily thanks to the reinforcements from Jordan Reed. Sends it far side now and then into the corner. 12 seconds to work with. There's the swing pass. Bounced out of the stick of Toomer. Now 5 seconds to shoot. Takes that one and goes wide. Gets his own loose ball. Takes a shot off and a save there by Price. Stepping to his right. Fresh 30 now, Coquitlam. Man alone on the crease. They get a shot off, and that one hit iron. and ends up in the Maple Ridge corner. Oh, ball just thrown away at center, that time from Borkowski. Just looked like he wasn't aware where to go there. Just couldn't find a target, couldn't find any space, and ends up just sending it far side. And now under 5 to play, Coquitlam with another possession. Alex Tan sends it far side now into the corner. They got Manarino up top. That shot went off the butt end of Aaron Price and into the corner. So another fresh 30 for Coquitlam. Just having their way with this Maple Ridge defense. There's another sharp shoulder save. That time the left shoulder of Aaron Price. Stepping up to make that save. Certainly doing his part, coming in of relief for Grayson Beggs. Miller Renault now back out the O gate. Late man onto the floor is Matthew Naples. He'll go and set a hard screen and roll through to the middle. Waits for a screen himself, gets his way onto the crease, diving through. But it looks like he just put that one wide. Now Miller Renault battling with the defender as, again, frustration's boiling over here a little bit. But can't imagine Coquitlam's going to take a chance on a late scrap in this game. When you look up at the scoreboard, not worth the injury realistically, or the potential injury. Here's Manarino now, getting pressured by Malott way up high. There's a low shot and a save by Price. Loose ball cleaned up once again by Coquitlam thanks to Owen Eckert. Fresh off the bench now is Benedict. That's Nathaniel LaRue sending it far side. Manarino now goes over to the lefties once again. Nice toe drag to get through. That was Matthew Benedict again. That one would have been a pretty way to get your hat trick goal. But Carter Dowsley goes the other way now with speed, trying to muscle his way through. Spins off into the corner. Getting pressured by Jordan Reed. Finds some room. And connects with Ewan Patrick. 10 seconds to shoot. There's a shot from the outside. That one goes wide. But a man off the bench cleans up this one. Just 3 seconds to shoot. Maple Ridge got to get something on net here. They do. Lomas makes that save look easy. Loose ball ends up in front of the net. A little bit of pressure here from the Burrards. But Coquitlam gets this one over center with plenty of time to work with. Now 2:15 to play in the third. As Chase Budnick finds some space. And now trying to clean this up, this loose ball up is Maple Ridge. They do finally. But the pressure from Coquitlam turns into a 2-on-1 going the other way. They get a bouncer off low on Price, and they cash in Chase Budnick off the Maple Ridge turnover. Gets Coquitlam their 17th of the game. Oh, my goodness. Their 85th shot of the game. My goodness. I mean, we have to be approaching some kind of record here. This is just ridiculous. Another breakaway opportunity here, and they get another one on net, but Price shuts the door there. Heavy collision at center as Renault sent flying. Liam Lalonde stepping up fresh off the bench and laying the body. I don't know if anybody listening has some access to old junior stats, but there's got to be some record somewhere of the most shots taken in a game here. Because holy, 86, and we still have a little over a minute to play here. This is just wild. Matthew Naples out there for a defensive shift. He gets the transition going the other way over center, and we are now into the last minute of play here in the game. Naples gets the return pass, sends it now over to Smith. Gets away from some pressure, looking for a target. Does find one. Using the screen now for Malott, who's got the ball. He takes the shot. That one goes high and wide. And back over center. Aaron Price stops that one from going too far and now sends it into the corner. And we'll see what Coquitlam goes for here, if they want to look for more or if they're content with just killing some clock here. Looks like they will kill the clock as Jordan Reed just standing up near the just defeated-looking Maple Ridge bench. As looks like Dawson McGinnis trying to goad a Coquitlam player into a fight there, but he's not going to get it. And Jordan Reed will just dump it into the corner as the final seconds tick off the clock. The Coquitlam Adanacs put the beat down on to Maple Ridge and take this one by a final score of 17-3. Thank you, everyone, to joining us for this broadcast on BC Sports TV from inside the Palace on Poirier. My name's been Tino Farah, and on behalf of myself and cameraman extraordinaire George Parra, we will see you next time.